Hello, my name is Eric Bausch with FPV Racing Hobbies, a SwellPro factory sales and service center located in Elmhurst, Illinois. Today we're going to go over a brief review and some explanation of the new SwellPro Splash Drone V3. It's pretty exciting. It's a real beast monster. So let's get it right open. It's really nice. If you see the inside of the case has had the mold in it, and you'll see how it's really nice to flip it over and have your drone resting on this when you're putting the landing gear on. I really like that. Okay, so basically you're going to have your case. It's going to come with the radio. You're going to have your charger, your balance charger. This is your SAR for the camera, your 4K camera with your release hook. And we'll show you how that mounts. It mounts much quicker now than a bunch of screws. It comes with this box of goodies, which is really nice for the first time. It's coming with a replaceable membrane. So make sure, don't damage it. Take care of this like it's your baby. And if you damage the membrane, you just peel it off and replace it. If you need any more membranes or you run out, just give us a call or check us out online. You can buy these from us online. So it'll come with the membrane. We'll just go through this real quick. Here is your a binding cable to bind the receiver and the radio. Okay. Your USB cord. Make sure you really save this and use this one, not just any old USB cord, because this is capable of transferring data. So it's like a sync cord. It's going to come with a little Allen wrench, a little cap plug. If you're not going to have the camera hooked on there, you can put this waterproof plug on there for your on the plug on the bottom, and a couple of spare plugs for the underneath the bottom, and we'll show you those. And then your lanyard for your radio. All right. So we'll go over the radio first. So the radio is pretty nice. It's ergonomically, I really like it. So, and if you feel the gimbals feel good. So, and basically we'll go over a couple of the points. This would be for your airdrop, to drop something, just on and off. This would be for your recording. So video, preview, and photo. Okay. Here is for GPS, Smart Cruise, and ATTI. Normal and your return to home in a panic. The knobs on the side here, these are for the auto version to control the gimbal. And your two power switches, you push both of these in to turn on the power. It's a safety so that the power doesn't accidentally get turned on. In the back of it, you got a little hand grip, you can hold on to it. Obviously it's ROHS certified stuff, and we'll open it up, and there's the 2S 1800 LiPo battery. Might as well just plug it in. If you see here too, we have the serial numbers and EAN numbers. That's all you'll have to do there, plug it in, you know. You probably charge it up on your balance charger first if you want to. There's a little bit of charge. Okay, and we'll just close it back up. Well, I guess I should tuck the wires in there. We're about to have a product failure, weren't we? To where I didn't stick it in there good. Like, yeah, this plug right here, this thing. I can see this breaking right there. Okay, you're still recording. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna get that in there. We push down on it. And okay, so we're all locked in there. On this here, if you take this off here, we'll have the plug for the USB to do updates and stuff like that. So if we want to, we'll just turn it on. So you'll push both of these buttons. So there you go. Oh, look, it's on. Yay, great. Okay. So it's going to be people like that because it's not picking up anything from the drone. But so we'll just turn it off right now. We'll get everything hooked up on it. There we go. And plus, I should have had all the switches on. Okay. So let's get it out of the box and just start hooking it all up. Your charger, let's go over that. Where the power cord goes in, this gives you the ability to go 2S, 3S, or 4S for the charging. It's a balanced charger. It's the best way to go is to have a balanced charger with something like this. There's no need to be peak charging or fast charging it. And it comes with your set of just quick connect props, which is new. So what I like to do, this works out pretty well. So all you gotta do is flip it over and put it in here. It's nice now, you know. You don't damage the membrane or whatnot. Landing gear, very important. Do not glue your landing gear in. I've seen that, and I've heard. Okay, so there's a left side and right side. Your landing gear, basically, if I could just turn it like this, it'll be easier for you to see. You see how it turns in like that? That's the proper way. Put one in like that, then put this one in. You must do it like that, because if you don't, it's really hard to get in, and it just do it that way. Okay, so when you put it in here like this and tighten it up, this creates pressure here on this outward, which that holds it in place. It's pretty darn strong, and it's designed like that so when you go into a crash, this pops off, and then it allows stuff to break apart and stuff. You need that to happen, otherwise you'll tear these mounts off. Don't glue them on, you'll never get it back in the case. I have a customer like that. Okay, so we got that one in there. We'll put this one on. And there's actually an R, right and left, if you want to watch that. Put it in gingerly, this fiberglass tubes. Okay. There you go. Alright. Might as well show you this right now. Here's the port for you to plug in your camera. But if you didn't want to and you just wanted to fly it around like ready to fly mode, just take the cap and put this on there and snug it up pretty good. Don't over tighten it, because you start over tightening it and this gasket's gonna be no good. Just finger tight like that, that's good enough. These are your antenna ports. One's going to be the video. The other one is the other antenna for the dual diversity receiver for the radio. Here's these plugs, the four. These are underneath here are Phillips screws for the body, to hold the body together, not to hold the motor. That doesn't take off the motor, that's just to help take apart the body. There's 32, I think, screws. So that's what these replacement plugs are for. If you lose one, they go on there. Push, okay. Alright, we'll take out our 5.8 dipole antennas. And if you like to go to our online store, we sell some IB Crazy Healy coil antennas and stuff. You check those out, you'll get much better range. The antenna on the ground station is the most important, not to the transmitter. So if you see here, this one's for the 5.8. This antenna says 5.8. So we'll attach that 5.8 to that. Okay. The best way for these is to leave it a little off on a 45 and not straight up. And this one says 2.4. Attach the 2.4. And we'll be rocking. Okay. So, here we go. Right? Alright, so let's put the radio somewhat aside, like this. Okay, here's your little information packet. Please follow it. Read the safety instructions and whatnot. It's going to come with some stickers. Everybody likes stickers. Eee. Okay, here's your flight battery safety guidelines and stuff on charging. Don't leave them in your car in the middle of the sun. You know, don't be an idiot. Read the book. And this is the disclaimer and warnings. The legal stuff that the lawyer figured out. Okay, so here's the quick guide. It's all folded up into like a book, so when you're done with it, you can do it that way. We'll open it up. It's basically like the V2 version. Here we'll give you basically what the parts are called and stuff. Here's your different operations for the radio. What else? You'll have your calibrations in here, how to put on the props, your quick guide. These are your warning LEDs. If you're not getting the proper LED flashing lights, here's a little troubleshooting guide. This doesn't pertain to the Fisherman, but this would be the splash drone, the SwellPro app for the follow me mode with the data link. So, and that is with the auto version. Okay, so let's attach the camera. Now, what's different and what's nice about this now is it's a quick release. And SwellPro will be coming out with different modules and stuff that we're going to put on. One of them is a gimbal that this is allowed to move up and down, single axis. So you just put it in there and we just screw it in. Bung, and that's it. It's you snug it up with the plug. There's a notch in it. You want to line up that notch with the pin that's in there. Don't twist it. You'll break the plug. You know, you don't want to ruin it. And just snug it up here. If you want, most of my customers, when I send them out and do things for them, I make sure to get these wires out of the way. So I like to put them up and wire tie them. This is usually a good spot, like right like that. If you see how the wires would be out of the way, like that. So okay, so that pretty much gives us our setup here. It wouldn't hurt too if you guys put a little waterproof grease on the pin. We send ours out with a little bit on there. Okay. Alright, so now for the real excitement, I guess we want to look inside of it. Let's see if we can just kind of prop it up here. And that's forward position. So let's look inside of it with the thumb screws. Don't use a screwdriver on it. There's no need. If it gets a little tight because it was snugged and maybe the membrane for the gasket expanded a little bit, use it to loosen it, but don't use any screwdriver, a standard screwdriver, nothing to tighten it up. You'll break it. Just thumb tight and snug and bring them down evenly, like torquing the head on a car. So basically, here we go. Take that off. Comes with the battery. Battery's in it. Gets shipped with the battery inside the toy. And we could go over the different parts. But I guess right now let's just turn it on. Okay, so let's turn on the transmitter first, the radio. Some people call old school guys, we call it transmitter. We're going to turn this on first. You always turn this on first and you always turn it on last. Just always remember that. Okay, so we're pushing both the power buttons, safety. There's our SwellPro signal. All switches are in the up position. Let's just kind of set that there. And now we're going to plug in the drone. And then it goes through its slight calibration process. There we go. Oh, and immediately we have a screen. The motor's beeped. We are green and red. We'll do a proper calibration. And stay tuned for our next videos that we'll show you on the proper calibration, the first flight, all that good stuff. Alright, so here's the screen. It's getting a little pickup from the fluorescent lights and stuff, if you guys could see that. There's the screen picture there. If you'll see, it'll tell you what mode it's in. It's in GPS mode. There is our circle flight, and then the ATTI. This is giving us the lateral up and down vertical speed indicator. Here's our battery voltage, and this would be our headings, pitch and roll in degrees. So if you just move it a little, you'll see the roll went up to 7. That's this number right here. And then back the other way. And pitch would be this way. Pitch up. Pitch back, down. Okay, and here's our yaw in degrees. This is our vertical climb in a second. And this is our little GPS signal. And it tells us how many satellites. Obviously we're inside and we have none. And here is our timer to tell us how long we've had the battery plugged in. So that's kind of a quick little, and I think if we flip the switch, There's the airdrop. Ooh, look, right out of the box it works. So if we just put this here, let me give you a close-up. I don't know how crude this will look. How does that look there? And if you can see that, now let's turn it this way, like this. And there you go. Okay. Okay, so the prop on here is going to say CW, that's that's clockwise. And the other ones say CCW, which is counterclockwise. So, on the hub, it's CW, that one says CW, counterclockwise. Now it's notched, if you see that. So it's basically a down pressure and then a quarter turn, and then you're all locked in. So make sure you line it up kind of right, hold the bottom of the drone, turn, let me show you good here like this, turn, and then just turn it a little bit, okay, all lined up, turn, and then boom, out it comes, okay, just like that. It's awesome. It's better than the whole screwing part. Well, it's not better than the screwing part, but it's better than screwing the part in. The prop, that is. Okay, let's turn the power off. We'll turn the power off on the drone. And there we go. Yes, we know we lost it. And there you go. Nice little chime. Okay. Okay, so basically then we're just going to put everything together, and then we'll get ready to, we'll go out and get ready to fly it. So while I disassemble this, here's a couple of the other options that you could get for the Fisherman drone. It's the i67 waterproof LED lamp and power bank. It's really nice. So, waterproof, look at that. So, red, flashing red, of course. There we go. There's a little blue. And then back to the white. Okay, you just hold a little bit and it goes off. Additional SAR devices, you can buy that if you have an auto and you want that. The awesome thing is this is a PDF auto inflatable. So when you drop it, you can drop it from your Fisherman. Check this out. It's really cool. So you put this up, you drop this from the Fisherman, and when it hits the water, it'll auto inflate. It's a great life-saving device, the life vest. If you have a boat, and you have a splash drone and something's going on, boom, hook this up and go. Have it ready to go. Okay, so the other option is if you want to do a little FPV through your goggles, you could get some SwellPro goggles. These actually have head tracking in them and forward video camera too, so you don't have to take the cameras off to look forward. You just hit the button and you're looking out the camera. They're very nice and they come with a case. And then these are a little bit much more inexpensive, and they're single receiver antenna for FPV, and they have a flat panel screen, a little flat panel screen in it in the middle. These are pretty comfortable and they're nice. They work well. Good for a budget. So that's about it. We'll disassemble her and take her apart and get her ready to go flying. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys share it, and check out our videos, check out our online store, and go to fpvracingHobbies.com and pick yourself up a SwellPro Splash Drone V3 Fisherman or the auto version. And if you got any questions, give us a call, 630-449-2614. Thank you. I'll be in my trailer.